Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining the Stock Martin channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining. But please, if everybody could give me that thumbs up, the like button, I'll share this video with others. Also, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. I would like to welcome you to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can get all my videos. Leave me a comment down below that you subscribe, and so you can see all my videos are greatly appreciated. My name's Martin, and I do review stocks, so you can make a good decision if you should buy, sell, or what to do with the stock. This is for entertainment purposes only, so always do your own due diligence before purchasing any of these stocks. We are going to dive very deep into Lucid Motors. There have been a lot of investors out there, a lot of comments that there is a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt on Lucid Motors, which is FUD. Also, to hopefully clarify these, I think you're really going to find this video very educational, and I hope you like it. But definitely get into this article first from Yahoo Finance, which is titled Examining Lucid Motors, the LCID Ownership Structure, and its Ambitious Business Presentations. A lot of people are commenting on and talking about a lot of uncertainty and fear, and it's mostly because the Lucid vehicle has not come out there. So there are a few things that I would like to point out. And we're going to notice and get all these answers once the vehicle comes out. So once Lucid Motors brings the vehicle out, I think a lot of these questions will be answered. But first, Lucid Motors did report that they do have 20 million real-world vehicle driving miles on their vehicles, but they did clarify that these miles were driven using the Lucid Battery Technology, but not in their specific Lucid Air vehicle. This I just would like to clarify that Lucid Motors has been around as a company, as an entity for over 10 years. It did start off there as a Formula One electric car vehicle race car maker. It does produce electric batteries. It does have very good technology. So whenever they talk about having 20 million vehicle miles driven, it's not particularly the Lucid Air vehicle itself, but they do have that battery technology. This was mostly done in their performance vehicles, their race cars. So I would like to debunk this, but a lot of people are kind of questioning Lucid Motors out there. Second thing is that Lucid Motors is stating that they are the most efficient electric vehicle company out there, that they can have over 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And so to clarify this, that Lucid Motors did put in that little text in there, and I am going to read this. It says that the projected range, performance, and specifications for the Lucid Air Dream are based on the Lucid testing data. The miles per kilowatt hour is calculated for the Lucid Air Grand Touring based on the projected range. The projected range is based on the manufacturer's projected EPA estimated range. EPA ranges for Lucid Motors are not available as these vehicles are in pre-production and their specifications are subject to change. So I think this will be answered once the vehicle is out. Now, I do definitely agree that if Lucid Motors does say that they're the most efficient out there, we won't actually be able to see that until we can test it ourselves, until the customer has the vehicle. And so we'll definitely have to be able to do that. Now, this article does go on to mention and talk about this chart right here. So Lucid Motors did state that it has the highest efficiency out of all the electric vehicle makers that are out there. It has the longest range on its own. It has the fastest mile per hour charging out of any of these vehicles, and it has the most energy efficient vehicle out there. And so this graph looks at the battery efficiency, how many miles can you drive on the kilowatt per hour. And notice it's in blue. Blue Lucid Motors said that it is an estimate. It did put their range of 517 miles. Of more than 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour in blue, because this was a test. And it does compare it to the vehicles that are already out there, which are in gray. Now, Rivian also, notice it has a little footnote here. Rivian is also a tested vehicle. Their range on their battery is about 400 miles, and it does have a battery efficiency of 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour for the Rivian. But again, this is only a test model, and that's why it has a footnote of 2. So I did want to point that out. So this article does go on to say that when we do compare this, vehicles one to another, we need to compare vehicles that actually have their actual numbers. So it says that we need to compare actual numbers to actual numbers and estimates to estimates. But we don't have that Lucid Air vehicle out right now, so we are using just the estimates. So we are just estimating the Lucid Air compared to the vehicles out there. Again, we are just comparing the estimates of the Rivian vehicle to the vehicles that are already out there. So what I did want to do using this graph is I did want to compare an estimate to an estimate. So Lucid Air is an estimate because it's not out there. It does not have a vehicle out there yet that it's sold. Well, let's compare it to another estimate, Rivian. Rivian is also an electric vehicle company out there. It's going to make trucks and also SUVs. So it does, let's look at the range here. If we compare estimates to estimates, so the vehicle range for the Lucid is over 517 miles. Looking at Rivian, it's 400 miles. Let's look at the efficiency. So again, estimate to estimate, 4.5 or over 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We compare that to Rivian, it's 2.2 or more than 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. So if we do estimates to estimates, I do agree we should do this. Lucid does have very nice technology. Now let's compare actual to actual. So these middle vehicles, Tesla, Jaguar, Porsche, and Audi, all have vehicles out there right now currently that are being sold. So the Tesla Model S outperforms all these. So these are actual numbers to actual. So look at this. The Tesla Model S does have the most battery efficient range out there of more than 4 miles per kilowatt hour. And then the next is Jaguar, the next is Porsche, the lowest is Audi. So the two German companies are the lowest. Jaguar is the third, the Tesla Model S. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because the same people that made the Tesla Model S, the same engineers that worked on the Tesla Model S, left Tesla and now produce their own company, Lucid. So do I believe this? I do have a really high chance of conviction that Lucid Air will be very close, and if not beating Tesla. Because they are from the same bloodline, they are from the same engineers that made the vehicles. So next I wanted to bring up Lucid Motors and its finances. Understandably, they do have a large market cap of $40 billion without any sales right now. So we are looking at right now evaluating companies on its future cash deliveries, and it's available to do that. So next I wanted to go down and talk about Lucid Motors and its financial health. So right now, short term, Lucid Motors does have a lot of assets or a lot of capital, a lot of money when compared to its liabilities. Short term, they are financially sound. Long term, they will have more liabilities than assets. This is expected, especially for a new company, since they will be producing their factories and they will be starting new productions of their vehicles. So this is expected. When looking at Lucid Motors debt to equity, currently Lucid Motors is debt free. They just did receive a lot of cash from their merger from CCIV, so they do have a lot of money. Looking at their cash analysis, Lucid Motors does have sufficient cash for operating in the next 8 months, as they will be free cash flow positive. Now, they do have enough cash for the next 1.1 years. And this is important because they will be able to start productions of their vehicles. Why this is important is, when will they start calling their warrants? When will they start, calling out any kind of new stock dilutions out there to raise capital? Well, they do have enough money specifically for the next 8 months, but most importantly for the next 1.1 years. So this is a good sign that hopefully they will not call these warrants soon, but we'll definitely have to see. But this is nice, important information I did want to bring up. So next, I did want to talk about the Lucid Motors stock. On Friday, it did end the market by $23.48. It was down by 1.5% for the day. We did get a high as $24.20, and we did lose about 3% throughout the trading day. If we do look in the past 5 days, we are pretty much losing all the money that we've gained in the beginning of the week. So at the beginning of the week, we did start trading on last Monday at $23. We did go up as high as about $25, but then in the middle of the week, we did just lose all that. So we did break even, not really go up or any lose money if we look for the past 1 week. If we look in the past 1 month, we are down 1.3%. So we have been trading at that base, as I have mentioned, about that $22 mark. Anytime we do go anywhere below that $22 mark, we have a lot of buyers that just get into this stock. The lowest that we've been in the past 1 month was $22.20. So I do still foresee that we will be having that nice base, that consolidation at $22 mark. We did see the resistance once in the past month at that $26, $27 mark, which was on July 23rd. I do still suspect that we will be trading sideways. I do not suspect that we will be going below $21, and I do not think that we will be going above $26, $27 until we start seeing the deliveries of the Lucid Air Dream, which will be in the next few weeks, or it could potentially be in a month or two, but we'll definitely have to see and monitor that. I did want to transition and talk to you about their warrants. I did get a lot of positive feedback for the viewers out there that you were interested in warrants. Well, I did call TD Ameritrade, and they did look into the prospectus of Lucid Motors and its warrants. They do not have any information on the Lucid Motors will be calling warrants in the next few weeks, especially according to this article from the Motley Fool that I showed a few days ago. According to this article, the warrants could be started to be called on August 25th of this year, which is still about 1 to 2 weeks away. TD Ameritrade stated that they have no alerts from Lucid Motors that they will be calling warrants, which is good news. TD Ameritrade also did tell me that once warrants are called, the investors will have 30 days to make a decision if they do want to convert these warrants into stocks or if they just have time to sell off their warrants. So we will have that 30-day grace period, that 30-day time frame to let us know if we should sell these warrants or if we should convert these to stocks. The next question I did ask TD Ameritrade is, how much will it cost to convert a warrant into a Lucid Motors stock? They did not have the prospectus. They did not have the information from Lucid Motors. However, according to this article from the Motley Fool, they do mention that it will be about $11.50. But again, I could not verify this information from my brokerage account, which is to TD Ameritrade, where I do hold my warrants. So this is just a speculation. It is not a hard fact. So we do definitely have to take this with a grain of salt. So let me talk to you about what a warrant is. And if you have any warrants and should you purchase any, for those of you that do not know. So let me show you. This is the Lucid Motor stock warrant. So if you see the ticker is LCIDW, the W is for the warrant. So warrants, on average, they do trade a lot lower price than the actual stock, but they are more volatile. So let me just show you as an example. If we look on the past 1 day, this is Friday's data, the stock was trading at $23.48 by the end of the day. The Lucid Motor LCID warrant ended the day at $10.38. So it was actually down -4%, but look at the stock. It was down 1.5%. So you can see that it is more volatile. Now, when the warrants do increase in price, they will increase by a lot more also than the stock price. So the warrant will actually trade a lot more volatile. So it'll have lower lows and higher highs. Whenever Lucid Motors will call their warrants, you do have the ability to exercise and sell your warrant to convert it to a stock. So if we use this example, according to the Motley Fool, this was an example that each warrant would cost $11.50 to convert it to a stock. So what you would do is you would take the warrant price of the stock here, $10.38. You would add on $11.50 to convert that to an actual Lucid Motors stock. So in this case, you would pay what, about roughly $23 or so to get that warrant to be converted into a stock. So warrants trading more volatile, and you do have that 30-day grace period when Lucid Motors does call these warrants to convert them into stocks or for you to sell them. Now, something I did want to point out is that if you do not redeem this, if you do not do anything, you can lose all the value of this warrant. So if you're not actively looking at your stocks and at your warrants, be very careful, because if you do not exercise that warrant, you could lose all the value of that, because the company Lucid Motors can actually redeem them for 1 cent per warrant. So pretty much you will lose all your warrants if you do not either trade them or if you do not exercise them and convert them to stocks. But we'll definitely have to be waiting for this. The good news is that it looks like Lucid Motors will not be calling this date on August 25th, which is good news. And once they do call these, we will have 30 days to exercise our warrants to convert these to stocks, or we can just sell off the warrants. So I hope that information helped. Please leave me a comment down below if it did and what you think about this. I do thank you so much for watching this. I hope you learned something new. Please watch this very carefully and go back and rewatch it, especially with the warrants if you are interested, and if you do have them. Just please be very careful to do your own due diligence before purchasing or selling any of your stocks or warrants, as this channel is for entertainment purposes only. But please give me that thumbs up, the like button if you did like this video, or if you learned something new. Also, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. Leave me a comment down below that you subscribe, and I'll give you a shout out at the end of my videos. Also, I have made some links down below. One is to Webull. If you do want to help out the channel, deposit $100 or as little as $5 to get some free stocks. You'll also be helping out the channel by us helping to get one free stock. Also, you can hit that Robinhood link to get you some stocks as well. And Coinbase, if you're into cryptocurrency, you can deposit $100 and get back some money for cryptocurrency and trading. But thank you so much for all your support, and I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.